Christian Zionism is so incoherent. Recently, Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who proclaims himself a Christian Zionist, like the Huckabees and the Ted Cruz, and you know the type, okay? So he went to Israel, and he was one of the first American officials to go to the occupied West Bank. Usually, American officials don't go to the occupied West Bank because it's occupied, okay? Why was he there? He was there to visit the heifers that were sent over to Israel. Okay, now let me explain to you what this is about. The Bible, the Old Testament says that in order for the temple to be built, you have to sacrifice 3 red heifers. And they have to be perfect. No blemish, no spots, nothing wrong with them. So these Christian farmers in Texas raised these 3 red heifers and shipped them over to Israel in cahoots with this institution called the Temple Institute, where they are literally working towards building a new temple. Okay? And that's what he went to go visit. Now, let me tell you why this is the most incoherent thing ever. The Christian religion says that Jesus is the temple. Our body is the temple, okay? The Bible even says God does not dwell in temples made by man. And Jesus is the last sacrifice. So no more animal sacrifice for forgiveness of sins, which is what the Hebrews used to do back in the days. They would have animal sacrifice so the animal would take their sin in order for their sins to be forgiven. And that's why God sent Jesus to be the last perfect sacrifice, so we no longer need the sacrifices to forgive sins. This is what Christians believe. But because of this new theology called Christian Zionism, you have so-called Christians who are helping Jews to continue to do animal sacrifice, to build a new temple, okay, which will actually make Jesus a liar. Okay? Because the Bible says the temple was destroyed because the Jews denied Jesus. And without the temple, they no longer have a Mosaic covenant, because the Mosaic covenant required that they had a priesthood, a temple, and they would do animal sacrifice. So how can Christians justify helping the Jews to go backwards before Jesus came, pretty much denying all of the work that Jesus did and everything that the New Testament is about, just because they want to please the Jews, or just because they want to hold on to this idea that the Jews still have a covenant with God and the Jews are still God chosen people, and somehow when they build this temple, Jesus is going to come back. And anybody who has read the Bible or who knows anything about Christian theology will tell you that this is not just heresy, this is blasphemy. This is like saying, oh, you know what? Yeah, we agree with you guys. We agree with you Jews that the sacrifice of Jesus wasn't enough. That instead of telling you about Jesus, instead of preaching Jesus to you, we're going to help you to defy him. That's what it has gotten to. And this is literally straight out of the devil. Okay, this is like literally demonic. So I really want Christian Zionists to explain to me, how does this make any sense at all? Thank you.